Hey guys, JawsTheSharkReviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Optimus Prime. So here he is right here in his truck mode, and I would say before taking a look at the figure, what the set, whatever, we look at the packaging, but truth be told, I threw it away. Now, and also note, I know this set, I should say, is 3 years old now, believe it or not, but I actually got this guy, I think, it was around Christmas last year. Yeah, I think it actually was. It was around late December last year. I finally got around to getting this guy, I had the money to do it. So I'm a few years late to reviewing this, but honestly, I don't care. But anyways, if you're wondering, Jaws, why are you reviewing this now instead of, when you first got it? Well, simply the reason was that I didn't feel too motivated to review a LEGO set. I have occasionally reviewed LEGO sets in the past, but this is a LEGO Transformer right here, so I have to review it basically like a Transformer figure, but as LEGO. And for those who've never messed with LEGO before, they can sometimes be a bit brittle, so how my experiences on reviews where stuff pops off Transformers. Could you imagine how it is with tiny little Lego pieces? Yeah, no, that's gonna kill my patience. But the thing that motivated me is because recently, and in fact today, it was leaked a few days ago, LEGO just revealed the upcoming LEGO Soundwave, and I'm guessing it comes out next month, because usually whenever LEGO announces something, it comes out the start of the following month. So I'm like, you know what? Let me review this guy, because I have Prime and I also have Bumblebee, so I plan to review him next. But yeah, let's focus here on Optimus Prime. And by the way, the reason I threw out the box is because spacing, because I knew it'd be a while before I review him and B, so I'm like, I'll just throw it out. But you can always Google what the packaging looks like. I guess in its place, we'll just take a look at this right here. So this is like an identification sort of thing right here it comes with, and I believe the subline that Optimus B and Soundwave are part of is I think it's called LEGO Icons. So it's more adult collector focused, which makes sense because of how many pieces and the complexity that this set has. But yeah, you can see there's sort of an illustration of LEGO Prime right here, and this is a sticker, so you'll just have to apply it yourself when you get it. And there's some stickers here and there on this guy, but yeah. You can see there's a little tech spec, so that's cool. Nice little nod to the original Transformers figures. And here's the back, nothing really. So yeah, without further ado, let's look at LEGO Prime, the first ever LEGO Transformer set, because for the longest time, Hasbro's been avoiding LEGO for some reason. I guess because they're technically a competitor company. They're LEGO and Hasbro, two different toy companies. I wouldn't say they're rivals, but they're still separate companies, and they both make tons of profit. So I guess Hasbro was a little more shy, or not maybe shy, but a little more leery to skew towards licensing their brands to other toy companies. But as we've seen here in the 2020s decade, that has not been the case for Hasbro. I mean, they're literally licensing to their main competitor, Mattel, with the Hot Wheels Transformers. So I mean, I just don't think they care anymore. But decades ago, that wasn't the case. They were they're pretty timid. Instead, they just made their own brick-based lines, which both failed. There was I think it was Build to Rule in early 2000s, and basically what you had to do is you had to assemble Transformer, just smash it, and then rebuild it for the robot mode. And then 10 or so years later, then they did Creo, which was a little more successful, but just like with Build a Rule, you had to destroy the robot or the alt mode to get into the other mode. So yeah, but flash forward, it's 2025, but this set's from 2022, and Hasbro decided to just cave in and let LEGO, the professionals, do all the dirty work, and it definitely paid off. you get an actual transforming figure. But anyways, let me stop blabbering on. Let's take a look at Optimus Prime. So yeah, here he is up close. I think it looks nice, the truck here. It's obviously, this is his G1 appearance, and that's the case for Bumblebee and Soundwave 2, and probably future LEGO Transformer sets, because let's face it, I don't think they'll ever have the ability to try to do Baver sets. I mean, these are already hard enough to do with just the G1 designs. Could you imagine trying to do, you know, what Michael Bay's designs? I mean, that'd be a nightmare. But yeah. As you can see, you know, I got the hubcaps there, nice reflective. I don't think, are those stickers? I forgot. It's been a while since I assembled this guy. But either way, I think it looks cool. It's nice and reflective, and yeah. So of course you can roll. You know, just like pretty much. I mean, that's a necessary thing, you know. But yeah. So anyways, now for weapon storage, he can only store his rifle right here, which I'll show off right now. So here it is. Let me just fold this down. And there it is. I think it looks really cool. You know, it definitely captures the look of the G1 design. In fact, there's like a little cannon right down here too, which is pretty cool, or a barrel, I should say. But if you're wondering, okay, Jaws, how do we attach it? Well, what you got to do, oh, not this way, that way. So yeah, fold that up right there, the hilt, and then you just want to turn it upside down, and then you see this right here. You know, the little kind of times 4 piece. I'm not a Lego expert, so I don't know how they pronounce it. But the X4 piece, I'm not sure. Just ask like Jangbricks or something what they call that, because I don't know. Yeah. So anyways, and yeah, what you want to do is, as you can see, if you see right here, right where my finger is, not on this, on my right hand, you can see my middle finger right there, and right next to it is where we're basically reattached this stuff. Let me just go from the bottom. Yeah, oh, that's a lot to see. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So yeah, you just want to basically just put this upside down and bring this down here, and then push this right to there, and then it should go in. I don't want to bust something, but it should attach. Will it attach? Is it now deciding not to work on me? It's not going in, but trust me, it does go in. Or wait, oh, maybe I just need to bring it down a little more. There we go. That's what I need to do. But yeah, no, that is weapon storage, and it is kind of nice because it, you know, unlike with the actual Hasbro Transformer Primes or whatever, the storage on the weapon storage on this guy is actually really subtle. I mean, it works because like on normal toys, they just have it where you plug in the back and it just sticks out like a sore thumb. This kind of makes it look a little bit better because, I mean, it fills in the gap right there, which is a complaint I have with this guy. You know, you can see the legs, and you know, there's the gap between said legs, but this kind of fills it out. So yeah, well, let me just go ahead and remove that. And he does have a few more little accessories that I'll show off in a bit. But until then, let's do a few quick little size comparisons. Let me just get him around here. And oh yeah, he does also have rubber tires, so I mean, that's typical with Lego, but still cool. Yeah, so anyways, now for the alt mode size comparisons. Here he is with the SS86 SteelSeries A6 Commander Optimus Prime. So you can see, you know, what a more general G1 Prime looks like to Lego's attempt at recreating that design. And yeah, I mean, I'd still say, I mean, even if it's not perfect, I mean, it's still, you can still tell who it's supposed to be. You know, you can tell it's not Megatron. So yeah. And just real quickly, here he is with a Lego minifigure. Obviously, this is Emmett from the Lego Movie. And as you can tell, unfortunately, he does not scale well with minifigures. So Yeah, that's kind of a disappointment. I mean, it's not like you could even fit him inside anyways, because if you've seen, spoiler, don't show that off, but there's no like seats or anything. I think that would have still been cool, even though obviously this is way too big to be a real life semi in comparison to minifigure. Having like little seats wouldn't be too bad, but it kind of complicates things, so I totally get it. But yeah, and that's pretty much it for the alt modes. So let's get right down to the transformation. Probably the part I'm most scared of right now, because things could fall apart. So just be warned, I may go ballistic, but yeah. So anyways, so starting off, what you want to do? Let's fix that. So what you want to do is just flip up the toes, and then turn down these canisters right here. I mean, on paper, this is an easy transformation. The thing that makes it hard is that it's Lego, and it's a pretty big figure too. So it's a little scary, you know. I just panic that something's gonna pop off. It's because with Lego, sometimes just the smallest piece just pops off, and then tons of other little pieces come out, and then you get all nervous. But yeah. The next, split apart the legs. I really like what they did there with the clips. And then after that, you don't want to strain out yet, because there's still stuff to do right here, so I'll show that off now. After that, you just want to bring forward this right here, and this right here too, and then untab that from right down here. Then next, as you can see, there's his hands. That's the main reason why I didn't want to bring the legs down, because those are still, the hands are still there. So what you want to do is just bring up the hands and do the same thing right here. And then next is bring out the forearm. So it's, you know, your stereotypical G1 Optimus Prime transformation. Yeah, you're just going to fix the hands, then flip around the thumb. There you go, do the same thing right here. So we got those complete. Then you're just going to bring forward the shoulders, and you'll have that right here. And finally, for the arms, there's these two pieces. I'm not going to flip around because it's going to waste time, but there's one on the other side. You just want to flip those. You can see right here, just flip those up, and it'll just fold right to the back of the forearm. So yeah. Then after that, you just want to stand this bad boy up. Well, first, straighten out the legs, and then you can stand this bad boy up. And I'm gonna have to adjust my camera. I'm using the stand that came with my ring light right here, which I don't usually use, but I may actually use now because it's actually pretty sturdy. So just for the sake of this guy, 'cause this guy is tall. He is pretty tall. And we haven't gotten the head up yet, so he's going to look even taller. But yeah, so then you just want to swivel around right here at the abdomen. And there we go. So, and his head came off. See, I knew something was going to pop off. So let me just pause real quick, and then I'll continue. Alright, so I got back on. I guess what I should have done before I swivel around the abdomen was put the head up, because I guess it was my fault, because swiveling the abdomen does actually hit the face, so I think that's how it came loose. So yeah, just before you do the swivel, just bring up the head and then swivel it around, and then you can stand them right back up, and then just bring down the torso, the chest piece. And actually, before you finish that up, you just want to replace this tile piece right here. This is for truck mode. It comes with another one for robot mode, which is this one, the orange one. And you just want to attach that right here. And then after that, just push this in, and then push in those little side pieces, and then these ones too. And there we go. And then after that, just straighten out the arms. And I know you can't see his head, but I'll fix that. Let me just make sure, yeah, the back looks good. And yeah, so there you guys have Lego Prime all transformed into his glorious beastly sized robot mode. And yeah, I think he looks really good. As you can see, I can't get him quite in one frame. Oh, here, let me just get the camera out. I know you're seeing a little more than you usually do, but there we go. That's Optimus right here. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, now anyways, I can't really do close-ups, but I guess I could zoom in. That's gonna take forever to try to do close-up shots, so there's that. And let me turn him around to the side here, so you can get a look at that. Here's the back, and it's really, really clean, which I like. And yeah, he's got like a little gap right back here, but that's not too bad. In fact, there's a good reason for that. Well, sort of. Well, mainly it's just a cavity for his head, but yeah, still looks cool. And yeah, and let's look at this side. There you go. Pretty much just a reverse of what we saw before. And yeah. So there you go. Now anyways, let's do some posability. So, I gotta make sure this stays. Or it's like, it's kind of keeps going back down. And it keeps going this side. I want it straight and looking up. There you go. We'll just leave it like that. So, his head is on the ball joint, so you can move it side to side, actually all the way around. And you can kind of angle it right here and there. You can look up this far, but if you want to use the transformation joint, you can look all the way up and to the point where he gets to his back. Yeah, then you can look down this far, so pretty far, I'd say. Shoulders on ratchet joints, so you can move it around the full 360. You can angle the shoulders out to about this much. I forgot these popped off before, like when I got this guy, ready to review. I noticed on one side I had it where like the panel was more to the left, or I think it was this one was more to the right, and then this one is where it is now. So I don't know for sure. I can't quite remember if this is how it's supposed to be. So, but as you can see, that does hinder the movement. So I think, if you wanted to, you could just move it to click to the side and then get more outward movement. So I hope I don't go on Google and then just see this in a slightly different position, because that's gonna really get me mad. But yeah, but there's that there. He does have a bicep ratchet swivel. That's pretty nice, and a ratcheted elbow movement right here too. So lots of ratchets. At least I'm glad that Lego does that, because otherwise this guy would be a loose mess. Now he does have a wrist swivel, as you can see right here, and each of his fingers do move. So you get in and out thumb movement, and then each of his the three other fingers do also move. And no, I'm not going to raise the one finger for you guys. I want to keep it somewhat PG. And yeah, now he does kind of a bit of an abdomen swivel, sort of. That's from his transformation, and it's because of how this all works out with the abdomen piece. It does get hindered, so yeah. So it's not really much posability, but it's kind of there, sort of. Yeah. Now he does have leg movement, and you can move up the little skirt piece if you want for some more kicking. And you can do backward movement as well. It does go back really far. And his legs do also kick out just about that far. Maybe you can get a little more if you move this up. Yeah, there you go. That's what I call a kicker right there. And yeah. Now onto the knees. He doesn't have any knee movement except for knee swivels. At least you can still angle his legs and stuff. And but like, I don't know. He needs knees, man. Come on. But I guess there's some limits to what you can do with a Lego Transformer. So, and I also hate how loose these things. I mean, they're not loose, but like they're so easy to like move up like that. That gets annoying. And last but not least, for the ankles, so you can, there's like ball joints right here, so you can pivot it like that. And the toes can move up and down like that. And I think that's it. So yeah, once again, so yeah, that's pretty much it there for the articulation of this guy. So it's pretty good, you know. I mean, the only real complaints are nothing really for the waist. I mean, kinda, sorta, but you know, he only has like an abdomen swivel for his transformation and not for genuine articulation, and you know, and that's kind of it. It's useless in robot mode. It's only useful in transformation. And but the bigger thing is probably the knees. He just doesn't have none. You can only swivel. I mean, I'd feel bad. That's all he's got. Really? That's it? You're Optimus Prime and all you got is just a knee swivel. But otherwise, pretty good. So yeah, now anyways, let's move on to the accessories. So let me move him a little forward, because there's one you may have gotten a bit of a sneak peek at. I mean, again, this guy's been out for a few years now, so I'm sure you guys already know what it's going to be. And it is, if you guessed correctly, the Matrix of Leadership, located, of course, right inside of his chest. And you can remove the Matrix. It's not too hard to remove. And the windows, don't worry, the windows on here do keep it secure, so it's not going to wobble around. It's only easy to take off if they're open, but otherwise they stay in like really securely. But anyways, yeah, so here it is right up close. It'll focus. And it proceeds not to focus on its own, so I'm gonna have to make it. There you go. And here's the back. So yeah, that's the Matrix. Pretty boring to look at, but still cool that he's got it. And I'm not sure if he can hold it, but I'm really not going to waste time trying to make him hold the Matrix, because that's always something I always hate having to do in an Optimus Prime reviews, is make him hold the Matrix. Like I think I told you guys in the 86 one, I'm just not doing that. Nope, because it takes forever and he can barely hold it. Like you just gotta fiddle around with it for like 30 minutes, and then maybe he'll stay in. And I don't think he'll fit in this guy's finger. So in the chest it stays. But yeah, of course you guys already saw he came with his ion rifle. So yeah, he can hold that in his hand accordingly. I believe just like that. It's been a while since I messed around with this guy. Well, it does fit in there, so yeah. So it just sits in there loosely. And what else does it come with? Oh yeah, it comes with his Energon axe they just used on the very first episode against Megatron. But here it is. It's a little ugly looking, but you know, it's so cool that they included it anyway. So basically what you gotta do is you gotta remove his hands. And based on the way this is designed, it's probably more likely built for his left hand. Because, you know, look at this, there's like nothing here. So, but yeah, anyways, so then if you see right down here, if you see closely, there's like that kind of plus shaped hole. And you just want to plug that right in there. And then there you have him with his axe, which is pretty brittle, but he does have it, so hey, that's cool. What else? Oh yeah, he comes with an Energon cube, probably the most, easily the most boring accessory he comes with, because it's pretty useless to Optimus. I mean, I know in G1 they were looking for the Energon cubes, but that was more of the Decepticons' goal, not the Autobots. They're just making sure that it didn't get in the Decepticons' hands. So yeah, or maybe I don't know. It's been a while since I watched G1. But the last one I think is probably my favorite, and that is this right here. And yeah, for those who didn't really watch G1, you probably have no clue what this is. I mean, obviously it's a jetpack, but this comes from an episode from like season 1 or 2. It was one of the first 2 seasons. I only know like a Sideswipe was in there. And the reason I say Sideswipe is that it's because it was his jetpack, and he essentially he basically just gave it to Prime. He just to use against the Decepticons, just like fly up in the air or something. And because even though there's literally episodes where the Autobots fly in their own, for some reason they couldn't in that episode, so Prime needed a jetpack to catch up with them. But we still got something cool out of it. You know, he had this jetpack just for the one episode and then never used it again. But anyway, so you can attach that right on his back right here. So there's these, if you see right here, there's these 2 black clips, and then there's these like little kind of hand pieces right here that will attach right onto the back. And don't worry, this piece doesn't interfere because there's enough cavity space for it to go through. So yeah, just snap that right in like that, and there you go. And you can also adjust around the thrusters because they're on ball joints, so that's nice. And yeah, this definitely fills in, like, you know, how I said before, the back look a little ugly, at least right up here. Well, this covers that all up. It hides all the problems. So, yeah, and that came out. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. You know, I'd say it's a good way for making up for the weird, ugly-looking back. Just for the torso again, you know, because the rest of the back of the head and the legs, you know, I think that looks fine. Just the back of the torso, not so much. But yeah, so anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with the SSA-6 Optimus Prime, and as you can see, he is more than double the size of A6 Prime. And you know, he's basically, I mean, this is like a Lear scaled figure, while this has got to be maybe a Commander class. I wouldn't say a Titan class. You know, maybe. I mean, he's got to be at least a little under 2 feet, so he's probably, he can't, I wouldn't say he's Titan class size. He's probably like somewhere between Commander. I mean, I know this guy's a Commander, but like not a true Commander. He's just a Lear with a big playset, essentially, you know. I'm talking about like a true Commander, like Skylynx or Jetfire. And I'd say he's between those Commander classes and Titan classes, so yeah, obviously a huge difference in size, but I guess it worked out, you know, because Lego bricks, you know, that they're not going to make it too tiny or else it just looked like garbage. Here he is with little Emmett right here from the Lego movie, and yeah, again, the scale doesn't work, because Transformers are big, but they're not that much bigger than humans. I mean, humans would be probably up to here, maybe, like, but obviously that wasn't what Lego was thinking about, which, I mean, makes sense. I think they were just kind of making, like, hey guys, this is a transformable Lego Optimus Prime, just so you can have on your own, not to mess around with your little minifigures with, just kind of like a model, pretty much. A playable model, but still. And last but not least, screw it, let's bring in the little Creon Hot Rod, or Rodimus, right here, and yeah. I think I used to have like an actual Creo set of Optimus Prime, but I don't know what happened to that. I think it just went to pieces, and I threw it. Me and my family just threw it out at some point. But hey, I still have a Creo of some kind, so there you go. There's that, and that's it for robot mode size comparison. So yay! And there you guys have my review for the Lego Icons Optimus Prime. And yeah, I'd say he's a pretty good set. Not perfect, you know, I mean, the posability, you know, there's flaws, mainly just with the knees, but, and you know, with it being Lego, there's gonna be some stability issues and whatnot, but you know, I'd say this is definitely the Lego Optimus Prime we've deserved since, like, literally 1984, because, I mean, Lego's been around It's like what, the 1950s, 1960s. I forgot exactly when. It's somewhere in that time frame. Maybe, or no, you know what? Isn't it like the 1930s? I think it's like the 1930s. But I mean, it's changed over the decades. But I'd say it's gotten to where it is now. Probably about like, I don't know, the 70s, 80s, 90s, somewhere there. But either way, since '84, you know, I'm sure at least someone out there has wanted a Lego Transformer. So now we've got three of that. I mean, two's already here, one's on the way. But still, good to see it. And you know, but without all that, you know, I'd say this is still a pretty cool Optimus Prime. Oh yeah, something I forgot to show off. You can also adjust his antenna. His antennas. I'm not sure what the plural of it is, but you can do that too. But yeah, overall, real cool. Definitely recommend if you're a Transformers fan and you've been craving the Lego Optimus Prime for some time. Definitely worth it. I do like the accessories too. Even if the Energon Cube's kind of useless, it's still a little extra bonus. So yeah. So anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this set, figure, whatever. But anyway, so yeah. Anyways, guys, as always, Talal R1.